further afield. Let's come a little bit back more up to date now. I was going through a web page on the Belmont and the Villa nightclub, and I saw where James Brown, Stevie Wonder, Vandellas, a lot of renowned group perform here in Pensacola. Why would you believe that they're not performing here today?
Well, I remember when James Brown used to come to town. My cousin June Page used to drive James Brown's bus when James Brown tour bus. And when James Brown would come to town, we knew because that bus pulled up right in front of our doorstep in the tan yard. And we got on that bus and we either went to Age 506 or the Bonnet Club or wherever he was performing. Came through the back door, we had our own little table set up there. We had a good time. So did.
You have a renowned, I call her R&B singer, but she said she's like a pop singer. Your cousin or your niece or somebody, LaSonia Walker, what's her to you?
LaSonia Walker is my second cousin. Her mama Tudor, who they call Willa, is my first cousin. And we were really close as a family when her mother lived on D Street, because every Sunday when we were coming up as children and stuff, we'd be either going to her house on D Street or we'd be going to my Aunt Edgemore's house over at Morris Court, or they'd be coming down to our house in the tan yard. And every Sunday, if we didn't go out of town into the woods to see our other relatives, we were having dinner somewhere. And sometime we walked, sometime we rode. Christmas time, we skated up and rode our bikes back. You know, that's the way it was. I got a cousin named Junebug as well. He's an aircraft mechanic, and I got my crazy cousin Ronnie, and I love him, but he's a black Gomer Powell. And I'm a native here at Pensacola. I mean, this is my home. This is not a stop off. I'm not passing through.
Are you gonna, if you become the county commissioner, are you gonna implement ways in which we can have that festivity back? I mean, lure those big time singers back here, make sure that LaSonia Walker stay in Pensacola and perform for us in Pensacola, or is there more things on your plate, more things on your agenda?
Well, I am an avid lover of live music. I love reggae, Alpha Blondy and Bob Marley, tops of my list. And I realized that having musical festivals where talent is promoted, it stimulates tourism. And this town, other than the military support that it depends on, it's basically retirement town and tourism. And I'm assured that I've been all over the world. Well, at least not really all over the world, but I've been around. And I've been around enough to know that we have the most beautiful beaches that I've ever seen anywhere. Mm-hmm. And if we hand the venue, this would be more of an international destination, we would flourish. And one of the things I think that would probably make that happen if they legalized casino gambling in the state of Florida. Probably would make it where that we would get those stars like that to come to the casinos, because the casinos, they make a lot of money and they can afford to pay the top dollar acts to come. To whereas if you had like the Singer Theater or the what's the name of the dome thing downtown, Civic Center, or the Singer Theater, you gotta have some real money to bring some top acts in. I mean, you gotta have that casino money, and if that's gonna happen around here, and if they came, there would be studios that would pop up. People would be willing to provide the bare essentials of what it takes for them to do their thing. So eventually, sooner or later, it's gonna have to come to that, to where we're gonna have to let some stuff like that in on the water, because it seems like if we don't, we got another element trying to take over the waterfront that may not be friendly toward that.
For your supporters who wants to support you, how can they best support you to make sure that you are the elected commissioner?
Well, number one, vote for John R. Johnson. Make me your
How
duty.
can they get people to vote for you?
Well,
What can they do now?
what they can make sure that you're registered to vote.
Good.
Because the election is the general election is going to be somewhere in November, so it's good that we're doing this so people can see. But make sure that you're registered. Make sure that your signature is up to date. Make sure that when you get ready to go cast that ballot for John R. Johnson, that you got everything proper and in order. And spread the words. You know, in order to change what's going on, we got to change the people that's in charge of what's going on. And I'm that change, and I will do my best to support what's in your best interest as a community and as a district.
So, Mr. Johnson, in closing, I wish you well, and I hope your endeavors come through as you want them to. And thank you very much for visiting our studios at Vertical Promotion TV. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Daley, and for having me. I appreciate you, and I admire what you do.